up against SAC and Use.
Yes, this is actually Godly on Tesca.
Okay.
Which is a little interesting to me.
Yeah. Definitely goes for it quite often. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Use already opening off, and Use going to be on the brim.
Yeah, that's very interesting to me. But, I mean, I don't blame him for sure. So let's see what happens right here. Acno playing a little bit of division right there on the right side. SAC has to come in to defend for just a moment.
Oh, the back hit of the recovery.
Wait.
SAC is off stage. Godly goes out there, not going to be able to find it. The Cider is able to come out, but that was against his own teammates.
Oh, traded stocks early. That was almost like in perfect harmony right there. The first two stocks going. Okay, Godly and Acno got stacked up for a second.
As well. Godly off stage, and so they're just taking a second to beat up Acno while they have the time.
Oh, yeah. Acno caught in the middle again, just lets a signature rip, but Use was there for the whip punish. Not too much damage that comes through, but now Acno has to fight out of a 2v1. Use, nice pickup off stage.
Acno so deep off stage. Can you make it back on?
Oh, you saw SAC going for the ground pound right there, but Godly just in time to interrupt.
Holding on to the ground, being nice and patient. Okay, able to get the end light. Gonna be knocking Acno off stage, coming back in with the side light as well.
I really like that from Godly too, just letting recovery go twice in a row, knowing the second one will find the KO pretty much from anywhere. Keeping it close. Oh, okay, big whip punish.
Acno just being so patient, looking through this next opening at the moment. Use doing such an amazing job landing. Acno deep off stage. Use sliding off with the D-Light, not able to find a D-Light, which could have connected into a ground pound.
Oh, Godly accidentally dices up Acno for just a moment. Use one pogo. Oh, that long button from the signature is enough to find the KO. A second one gets picked up, I believe, by virtue of SAC. And just like that, Use and SAC are back in the lead.
Use able to get the end light off stage. Oh my gosh, you saw the attempt for the GC side sig, or maybe it was the end sig. They have a similar startup, but it actually ended up getting interrupted. I'm pretty sure at that position it would have been the end sig.
Oh, Godly sweat beads. Okay, touching down.
Neutral.
SAC, miscommunication right there. Godly takes advantage. Both blue team members off stage. Acno playing super far back though, and I don't blame him, right? Look at this damage.
Oh, they're just exchanging hits over and over again, but blue team still has such a gentle lead at the moment. Godly being nice and patient, looking for this opening, not able to get the end light. SAC finding an end light of his own. Use getting the side light, going off stage, not able to find the pogo.
Oh no, misses and accidentally hits Godly in the midst of his gravity cancel. That's a pretty big blunder right there, but Use already has a stock of buffer regardless. Godly gets the first one off.
Neutral, okay. Godly
gets the second? No, next one.
Yeah, Tesca's still a little bit too beefy, holding onto that stock, and Light is able to come out, and Godly, with no more tools left, that is going to be the stock and the game. SAC and Use taking game number 1. It was kept quite close, but anytime that I'm watching a Godly set, my thought is always this: yeah, he will lose game 1s. Godly always in 1s and 2s. I see him lose game 1s, and then the way that he adapts over the course of the set, it is phenomenal. So we'll just have to see how that continues to play out.
Yeah, and I will say, I think there were a couple unfortunate situations. Maybe we'll catch them in the replays here. It looks like we're just getting right into our game number 2. But towards the end of that game, I mean, we saw Godly go for gravity cancel, gets interrupted, just kind of unfortunately by Acno going in there at the same time. I mean, who knows what could have happened right there. Once again, I say Use had a full stock of buffer at that point, so looked like it was going to be their game. Let's see what adaptations come
Everybody
here.
was stacked for just a second. Godly going to be breaking up the neutral for a second. Okay, SAC able to find the end light. Acno off stage. Godly going to be going out there after him just to ensure his own safety.
Use, okay, couple nairs like that. SAC just absolutely destroyed Acno on the left side while Use said, Godly, you have to play against me for now.
Looking to catch Godly's landing in any way possible. Okay, love that dash into the D-Light, just able to cover so much space.
Oh my, trading spaces too! Use and SAC just going opposite directions, losing both stocks right there, and Godly is at a pretty decent health for his first stock. Really good showing early on.
Sidelight, recovery, just good damage onto Acno at the moment, but right now they need to close out the stock onto Godly because this is a lovely lead for the red team. They catch him sandwich, Sidelight into the neutral as well. SAC taking quite a bit of a beating. You already know Axe's damage output.
Use got interrupted right there though too. Godly hanging onto the stock, deep red already.
Let's see if he can make anything else happen.
Boots on mine, boots on mine, okay.
Beautiful
Use
side of
gets out of that one for a little bit, but Acno off to the races. No, not gonna find that connection hit. Oh, miss! Use went super deep for that recovery. Acno tried to get a quick early kill off the top, but not gonna get it.
Able to get the recovery, both blue team members being nice and patient, and good use of the cider. It's so disjointed, it gives you so much space. Oh my gosh, gonna be trading signatures for a second.
Oh yeah. Acno, nice pickup. Godly returning back, able to get a couple hits
Blue
on
team
the
is
way
making
out.
his comeback, but SAC able to get the recovery. Acno second stock
stocks.
gone, but that is exactly what Blue team wanted. They're able to bring it back from that lead that red team had before with Godly up ahead in a stock.
Acno again accidentally wraps up Godly though.
Yeah, that is not the desig that you want to connect to at all. You get the end light, not able to get the neutral light either.
Wow, this has just been so close, Dar. I mean, if you pick up a stock on Use, that gives you a pretty good window to 2v1 onto SAC. We'll see if this can happen.
Sido just swatting him away, giving him a whole bunch of space. And now Godly.
Acno just dives right on in. I love that. Finds the stock onto Use as well. No, reverse hit. Godly doesn't even give him the opportunity to chase dodge up. And just like that, this game has been turned on its head.
Oh, it's a 2v1, and it is a 2v1 with Acno and Godly in the driver's seat. Can Use make this comeback? Honestly, I do not think so, because they just need one good hit. You get the neutral. Use looking for a way to be able to land now.
That's
down
the
in
hit.
D-Light and Light.
That's
and
the
Sig
hit.
finishing as well. Nice, clean, beautifully executed. Red team held it down that game.
I'm so glad that you gave us this, preface of saying Godly loses game one sometimes.
I want the stats on this.
Many
Every set that I've
one.
casted of Godly that he's ended up winning, that wasn't like a 3-0, he's always lost game one, and then he ends up making the best adaptations. So eventually, he's like MKLeo. He loses so many game ones.
Hey, all that being said, I mean, whatever stats may be for Godly's game one, I think MVP for that game two was Acno. The play that he made off that right side really sealed the deal for them.
Right? You don't want to really contest gauntlets off stage when you're unarmed. Godly didn't have that many options. Acno snuck behind him and was able to get the ground pound. So good team play. Going into game three, it's 1-1 apiece now.
And they're stacked up already. Use caught in a bad situation. Acno able to cover himself.
Okay, the NSIG as well. Oh, they're catching blue team again and again. They're getting so many 2v1s.
Oh yeah. But Godly reaching a little bit to try to cover for Acno.
He's trying to control this ground. The NSIG not going to be able to connect them either. Okay.
Uh-oh, okay. Quick pickup right there. Recovery from Godly doesn't trade stocks, though, so Acno is the first to fall, and there's no reply just yet. Interrupted from Use once again.
Being nice and patient. SAC just going to be looking through this next opening. Acno, love that neutrally as just a, hey, stop, everybody stop what you're doing. Blue team once again. Very nice, gentle lead. Use, how do you hold on to the stock?
Just single hit is all it needs from either member, as long as the other is in position. Just a recovery outright from Acno. He picks up two.
Neutrally not able to connect the side. Comes back down with a double downer as well. SAC is eating so much damage deep into the yellow, almost into the orange now. Neutrally, he can't land. He keeps getting interrupted again and again.
Yeah, we saw Use chase dodge towards center and then try to swing out towards the right side. Maybe to try to set up for SAC for just a moment.
Fire. Oh no, that is not the time. SAC ended up hitting Use. He gets the end light.
Oh, they're stacked. They're stacked again. Godly barely getting out right now. Acno pushed so far towards the right side. Now Godly's caught in the middle. It's only going to be a two-piece, though, for the right side. Use picks up one, hits SAC, but doesn't matter because they maintain the stock lead for now. SAC gets the reverse hit. The weapon throw as well onto Godly, and the game is blown right open.
Yeah, blue team is holding onto this lead exceptionally well. Acno is looking to make it so difficult for the Use to land. Okay, able to get the side light. Unfortunately, no follow-up, though.
Both red team members kind of scared off stage. Use
with punishing that D-Sig. Beautiful stuff with Use.
SAC, great target swap onto Acno as well. Didn't want to overextend to Godly. Gets the stock right there. Can they force a 2v1 onto Use? Godly doesn't want to overextend, and SAC has hit the respawn now.
Yeah, Acno and Godly, they cannot take any more damage if they want to take this game 3. Recovery comes out. Godly looking for a way to be able to land.
Pause, anti-air. Okay, what a great interruption. Keeping them in this.
We have to keep talking about these Use interruptions, but just a little bit, because right now this is so tense. Walt down who comes out again. Use everything is a counter hit. He gets the end light. He gets the weapon toss.
Acno! Acno just gone. This might be game 3.
Okay, Godly
tries to find one, but once again, they are playing off-beat. Every time you get one hit confirmed, the other member, whether it's Use or SAC, is just there to just get a really light hit and stop the combo from happening.
If I'm red team, I would feel so frustrated fighting against Use right now, because everything that they went for, everything got whip punished. Every time that they hit SAC, guess what? Use was the support player just behind them and making sure that they're getting punished every single time. The only time that I would even say Use kind of messed up, a little bit too late on one of the downers when Acno was de-sigging SAC, but otherwise, Uses interruptions. It's like speaking, it's like trying to get a sentence out, and then somebody just shoots you. It's so difficult to get a word in against
defense. Them. Yeah, I can't believe, like, the amount of times, and I wonder if we can get a stat for that eventually, just how many times combos were blundered because of what Yuz was able to do in that game number 3. Yeah.
Right? It's, you can't play chess if somebody is just taking the chessboard and removing all the pieces, just swiping them all off.
Let's see, maybe Godly and Acno are changing the pieces on the board now for game number 4. Can they force the game 5 to stay in this winner's bracket?
So how do you break up this kind of a dynamic? Well, if Yuz is a point, well, you want to go after them. You want to go after all the squishy ones, but SAC's blue stock is already going to be gone. Red team's such a nice lead.
That's another one.
Going to be soon to follow.
Oh, yeah. SAC in an awkward position, covering onto the soft platform, able to get out for now while Yuz gets the respawn. Weapon was very awkward. Yeah, you saw Godly just swinging for the fences right there as Yuz tried to come in to pick up the axe.
Oh, Yuz being so patient, looking for this opening against Godly. He waited, he was so patient, he got the down, he got the end light as well. SAC is going off stage, and he is rewarded for his troubles. Godly finds the side light, he's keeping himself nice and safe.
One more, no. SAC didn't want to overextend for it.
Nice.
That's a good pickup from red team. I mean, even if it's just a little bit of damage, what you need right now to maintain this lead.
It's basically 2 times the damage. When you get him stacked, that is 2 times the damage, well, when you add them together, of course. So, and Sig, that's enough to be able to take it off the top.
Oh, no. Acno just dodged into the blue team, took a little bit more damage on the way out.
Against boots, you do typically want to dodge in, but when you have Yuz behind you, that can be so dangerous as well. Okay?
Godly trying to go for a ground pound. Misses again.
Sider comes out. SAC gonna be knocked down the last stop. Yuz, you know what?
Last.
Good idea,
because
he just wanted a SD immediately instead of taking his time to come back onto the stage forever and maybe end up leaving his teammate hanging. So they're down a whole stock. This comeback is absolutely possible, but Acno and Godly, they're playing amazing.
Okay, let's see. Only needs to find a little bit of a combo on one blue team member, and that forces potentially a 2v1 outright. There is a lot of runway for red.
Going out there with the dive kick, that is a bold move. GCD light comes up, but no recovery combo.
Okay, waiting for Yuz to press a button first. Godly GCD light was unarmed, does get the gauntlets back online, throws them away.
D-Sig is able to come out. Yuz able to go ahead and close out that stock. Okay, what happens now?
If they get the KO on Acno right now, that's a whole different story. Look at this. Yeah, because look at this is exactly, you talked about it earlier. The timings for respawn now are offset. Godly is able to come back though.
Oh, but Yuz catching his teammate as well with the sidelight. That is not what he had intended. That could have been a devastating combo. Just barely avoiding that. Oh my god.
Acno was hard reading a jump right there. Put in a really awkward position, forced to pogo. Godly finds it at the center. Oh!
Gets it again.
Miscue.
Yeah, that is not who you wanted to end up hitting with that N-Sig. SAC gets in the Yuz on the left side of the stage, needs to pick up a weapon ASAP. He gets the spear, he whips the sidelight, and when you whip spear sidelight, you are now a sitting duck. But guess what? As boots,
SAC waiting.
You get to put him into the zone. You get to put him into your own little mix-up. You just have to take one of them with you.
Oh, active input the other direction to try to get Acno towards center so Godly couldn't support, but just did not connect, and we are going to a game number 5.
This is a good set to go to a game 5 with. Acno and Godly up against SAC and Yuz. So this is already so phenomenal so far. I do like the switch onto the Dawson, onto the Rayman from the Tesca, because I didn't feel like Boots were doing all that much for Godly. He seems to be a little bit more comfortable. We're not seeing that many Rayman things. We're not seeing like that many signatures aside from the Axe and 6 coming out. But otherwise, I just feel like he was so much more comfortable, you know, controlling space with the Axe.
For sure. It all comes down to this on Small Fortress Alliance, game number 5. Can Godly and Acno close this out, or are Yuz and SAC going to be able to deny them now?
Acno able to get the neutral. Love that target switch onto Yuz instead. Sidelight. Everybody is trading.
Oh my gosh, look at Yuz's damage already though.
Oh, I'm looking.
SAC.
And it's looking
SAC covering. Godly tried to come in to interrupt. Okay, got a little bit of the action as well. There's 2 whip punches.
Looking for the N-Sig, but Yuz with the reversal, putting Godly off stage. Both red team members off stage right now. Godly using the side stick to be able to make it back on, but
it's not it. You can't. Godly immediately escaped to the wall. Was like, I don't want any part of this action. Still gets wrapped up with that signature. Now it red across the board. Acno a full stop behind.
Like that. Wow, that was crazy. Oh my gosh, Acno with the interruption, because you know what? His teammate was already gone. He was already gone, so he may as well have gotten one of the blue team members. I think that was a good play.
And it is as even as can be between these 2 teams. Acno gets caught in the center. Godly interrupts. Okay.
Godly just trying to control the ground, and so is Acno, but they're able to find the opening. Sidelight neutrally. Good damage being dealt onto Use. That's one recovery.
Godly off stage again, though. SAC has shown this off-stage play has just been so lethal.
Recovery
Recovery off the top, not enough.
No weapon. Lands with the down air, nice and safe. Acno just trying to control the ground. Down air into the D-light as well. Use being so floaty, but when you play so floaty, look at what happens.
Yeah,
Wait.
I mean, Acno looked like he was going to try to go to chase down to the left to try to pursue that a little bit further.
I can't believe the
Gets
first
picked up.
recovery didn't KO.
Yeah.
That's what I'm surprised about.
Oh, both big whiffs. No punish from SAC. Again, so doable for red team right now. Look at the damage on both blue team members.
Acno using the weapon toss.
Godly.
It actually ended up connecting onto SAC. That was huge.
This is the big thing that happened in the previous game, right? Godly was kind of getting scared a little bit and was just going Sarah with Axe until you could just find one that gets you the
SAC
KO.
gone.
There's one.
Use still holding onto the stock, looking for any way possible to land. You get the recovery, but you don't pick up the weapon in time. Oh, SAC.
Okay, good pickup, Godly.
Hughes had to back up. He could not fall into that desync as well because it could have been even more catastrophic. Blue team, they have to get themselves
Last
back
stock.
into the game.
Huge window if you can get SAC right here.
The ground pounder ends up whiffing, but Acno covering the space behind with that sidelight into the neutral.
Oh my, it had to be this way, Norin. Last stock across the board for everyone. SAC the target of choice right now just based on damage.
Gets
Hughes
the neutral.
coming in.
Okay, looking for the sidelight, but not going to be able to find it.
Wait!
You got him
Oh,
stabbed.
wait! No way!
Godly holding onto his dodge to be able to get past the ground pound.
And this is really the first time we've seen Hughes go crazy like this. Not going to be enough for a stock. That disarms, though.
SAC is off stage, Acno's off stage, Godly is off stage. Red team has to find a way to be able to make it back
Somehow
on.
from bad to worse. Acno loses the stock. This looked like red team's game to win.
Godly able to get a good recovery, but you have to do so much work. You need to get the stock off on SAC ASAP.
No way. That has to be it.
Endlight, Godly
No,
off stage.
how is he still hanging on? Godly, unarmed, has to play this perfect. Edge slip, 2 exclamation points went online.
Sidelight.
You can't do
That's
anything
not.
more after that first hit.
He's just going through sidelight. He's not going through any multi-hits.
Oh, no.
But when you whip the
Got caught
D-light,
stuck.
oh, that is just going to be the opening. That's going to be the endlight. And that's going to be an amazing win. Hugging it out. SAC and Hughes going to be moving on throughout the tournament. Going to be knocking down Godly and Acno. What a beast of an enemy that they have conquered.
Oh my gosh, crazy. And I am frightened for the players in the elimination bracket now who have to face down Godly and Acno.